What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing fantastic. I know I am, because today marks the first day that the ODTV app is officially live on both iOS and Android. Now, some of you guys, Android users, have had access to this app for about 6 weeks now because we were able to launch Android first. iOS was a little bit more difficult. But now that iOS is live, I actually have it on my own phone. So I was digging into this app last night, and I realized I want to do this part with you guys. I want to show you guys all of these new features that I'm so excited about, and sort of explain why we did this app, why I decided to build this thing. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff to cover, but very exciting. So first of all, let me explain what this app is. ODTV is essentially a different way to access all of the same content that is on OrlandoDrummer.com. So OrlandoDrummer.com, for those of you guys who aren't members, it's essentially an online drum school in the style of Netflix. It is Netflix for drum lessons. And about 90% of the content that I've created over the last decade or so lives there. The other 10% is what you see on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. But 90% of my job is really making content for OrlandoDrummer.com. And the ODTV app is essentially a new way, it's a new portal to access all of that content, and it comes with a ton of features that we're going to cover, and I'm going to try and explain in this video. So if you're already a member of OrlandoDrummer.com, this is completely free. You can log in right now, just download the app, log in with your email and password, the same one that you've used the entire time you've been a member, and everything will instantly work. But if you're not a member and you want to have this app on your phone so you can take this tour with me, you can actually unlock the members area 7 days completely free. You don't have to pay anything. I just want you to know that that is an option you have if you want to take this tour with me and have the app on your phone. It doesn't cost you anything at all to do that. And obviously, I would love to have you stick around after your 1 week free trial, but you have no obligation to do so. I just want you to know that's an option you have. All right, so let's get this bad girl open. ODTV. There we are. Now, I'm on the iOS version. Again, Android is also live. It might look slightly different, but functionally, it's all going to be the same. So as soon as we get in, we have these carousels here. I say carousels because all of these, while we can scroll up and down, you can also go side to side on every single one of these. Look how pretty that is. Right? So there's a lot more content than you're initially going to see when you first pop on the home screen. So at the very top, we have a continue watching carousel here. And this is just like your YouTube watch history, whatever content you're watching, whether it's lessons or loops or interviews. The app has like its own internal memory. So it will just save the last video that you were on. And it'll also save the play marker, just like on YouTube. So if you're in the middle of a lesson and you have to hit pause and close the app, you can reopen it and it will save right there. We can also choose if we even want this continue watching bar to exist at the top here. So up to you if you want that. But if we go one below to series, in here, this is where, honestly, like 50% of the site's content is in here, in this little series row. So let's open the first one, which is Drum Fill Lesson Packs. So in here, we're on the Flam Chops Lesson Pack right now. But if we were to scroll down and click Flam Chops Lesson Pack, it opens all of the other lesson packs that are within this series. So again, the series that we're in is Drum Fill Lesson Pack. So these are all of my Drum Fill lesson packs. If we click on Drum Fill Fundamentals, it automatically loads up all of the lessons in that pack. So if you click Lesson 1, it floats that up. You can play that right away. And obviously, if we scroll down below this, we have Lesson 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way through. And if you want to, what's really cool about these individual video pages is that in this app, you can now leave a comment on any piece of content, any individual piece of content. So if you're on, let's say, Lesson 4 of the Drum Fill Fundamentals lesson pack, and you have a question, you can literally just type, can I do this with my left hand? And here's what's cool about this. This notification goes directly to my phone. So this is honestly a direct route to ask me questions about any piece of content on the site. So I really like this feature because not only can you ask me a question as your teacher, but you can also interact with other students on this app and discuss content. So if you and another student are working on the same thing, you can have a conversation on that individual lesson. I'm super, super excited about that. So let's back out of this and go back to series. We can go into Groove lesson packs and you'll see the same setup, right? It defaults to one of the lesson packs within this series, but if we click HVX lesson pack, we have basic groove, intermediate groove, advanced groove. So if I click intermediate groove, boom, here are all the lessons included. And again, we can open any one of them. It will autoplay if you have that setting turned on. I don't for this video because that would be kind of annoying. But again, you can turn on autoplay. And then same thing. It has all the other lessons included in the pack below it. You can add a comment anytime you want. And there's a couple other features up here. We're going to circle back and talk about some of the other things that you can do with individual videos. But I kind of want to keep exploring the main main menu of the app here. So let's go down a little bit further into Masterclasses. So next up we have Masterclass playlists. And what these are basically lists of masterclasses, and they're grouped by the topic that we're studying, right? So if we click on the first one, audio and video masterclasses, we have the mixing masterclass, Final Cut 101, microphone masterclass, and signal flow masterclass. Same thing. You can click on any one of these, it automatically opens, then you can leave a comment if you want. What's up, Gabriel? Thanks, buddy. So we can back out of this one and go to another masterclass playlist. Let's say we go to Triplet Concepts. Same thing. We have 6 lessons that are inside of this playlist. Some of them are bigger than others. Some of these playlists have 20 or 30 lessons in them. It just depends on how specific the actual topic is that playlist is covering, right? So I can show you guys a few more of these. Triplet Concepts, Rudiment Masterclasses, Groove Masterclasses, Fill Building Masterclasses. What I love about this platform and this app is that it gives me a ton of control over these playlists. So if I think of a playlist or one of you recommends a playlist down the road, you know, something like you said, hey man, I would love a playlist that is specifically for left-hand ghost notes. And I go, you know what? I do have 5 or 10 lessons that talk about left-hand ghost notes. I can create that playlist and curate all of the content that goes in there. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. All right, so now let's scroll down and go to the practice loops carousel. So in here, we have the loops organized by the widest genre that I could come up with, right? So if we go to R&B, trap, and hip hop loops, all of the R&B, trap, and hip hop loops can be found here. So if you click the where it says Trap Volume 2 and open that up, these are all of the applicable loop packs that are all kind of in the same genre. So let's say we wanted to jam to Chill Hop Volume 1. We click that, it opens the 5 loops that are included. We can open any one of those loops. It'll play automatically if you want it to. Now, here's where this gets really cool. This is one of the main reasons that we had an idea to even do an app in the first place. We have a lot of drummers, a lot of students that are their practice spaces aren't near Wi-Fi. So maybe your drum set is in the basement. Maybe it's in your church's gym. Maybe it's in a storage unit where even your phone data doesn't work. And if it does, how long are you going to watch HD videos on your phone before you go over your data plan, right? These are realistic problems that a lot of my students have. It's just the sort of the nature of online education in general, right? Just how do we get this data onto your phone without totally murdering your data plan? Or, if you're not near Wi-Fi, this is a real problem. So what we can do on any piece of content, whether it's a hour and a half long masterclass on this app, or whether it's a 10-minute practice loop like this one, if you go to any individual video, you go to the top right-hand corner, there is this little download button. Now, it's not going to download now. If I press it, it's going to say, hey, you're not on Wi-Fi, and this is a pretty big video. So you can enable whether or not you want to download via data or Wi-Fi. You can enable that in the settings. So I have it turned off for now. But if you click that on any individual video, and you choose to sync or download the content within the app, you can then watch it offline. All you have to do is go to Library, which is that third tab here, and then you have My List, which this is your custom playlist. You can add anything to this playlist. But if you click offline, everything that you have chosen to save within the app will play here. So you can literally download all of the loops within the app and have 100% offline playback of any of the content in here. Now, obviously, as the lessons get longer or the loops get longer, you're going to want to be on Wi-Fi when you do those downloads. But you can go into this app, hit download on you can do everything if you want to, and it will save 100% of that content within this app. To be honest, that would be like a terabyte worth of data, but you could totally do it if you want to. So it's one of the biggest features that I was the most excited about, because this has been a complaint that I've heard for years from my members, right? Like, how can I watch this stuff without internet? Here you go. So if we go back to the main screen, obviously with practice loops, you have all these different genres, and you can see it says seasons underneath each one of these these icons that you can click here. So if we go to, let's say, jazz and blues, open that up, 4 seasons or 4 loop packs, jazz quartet, blues volume 1, blues volume 2, alt jazz. Click them, it populates the loops. Again, you can open them up, you can save them to My List, so it'll put them in that custom playlist under My Library, or you can hit that top right download button, and boom, if you're on Wi-Fi and have that enabled, it will save it offline. So really, really cool, guys. I'm super excited about this feature. So let's keep moving down. Next up, we have single lessons. So single lessons are my version of your quick YouTube licks. These are quick chops, quick grooves, quick pattern ideas, just really fast, 10-minute videos. They're all shot from an overhead view. And I have these organized into 6 different categories. So they're organized by subdivision and then by whether or not it's a groove or a fill. So we have 16th note triplet, and 32nd note grooves, and then we have 16th note triplet, and 32nd note fills. So there are 6 different playlists here, and each one of them you'll see is one of those variations. So if we go to quick 32nd note fills, there are 19 32nd note fills all in this playlist, and same deal as everything else. You can individually open it, add it to my list, download it for offline playback. Leave a comment, all the same. So as we keep moving down, you'll find a few other more unique playlists. Live lessons. I've only done 2 live lessons via the site before. We have more of those coming, including live streaming within this app, which I'm super excited about. That's not quite ready yet, but when it is, those lessons will appear here. So we can click live lessons, and there are the last 2, so you can watch those there. If we keep moving down, next we have the interview playlist. Now the interview playlist has, I want to say 19 interviews in it. So we have all your favorites. We got Luke, we got Juan, we got Eric, we got Charlie, we got Craig, all sorts of interviews in here. All of these average like 30, maybe 40 minutes. So here's what's really cool. If we go back to interviews and open this up, let's say that I'm playing the Luke Holland interview. If this is going and I don't need to watch it, if I want to treat this like a podcast, I can hit play on this. Luke's interview is playing. Then I go over to profile, which is basically your settings. And in here, I can select this button, background audio playback. So this allows me to close the app while the content, the audio, continues to play in the background. So the coolest thing about this is that you can treat interviews, all of these, like podcasts. You can just close the app and it will continue to play it in the background. So I'm super excited about that. But also, it allows you to treat the loops as audio files, right? You can just close your phone and let that audio play in the background, so you can save your phone battery and not have to have the actual app or even your phone open or unlocked in order to be jamming to a loop. I think that's super cool. But beyond that, I really love that you can treat all of my interviews as podcasts now and just close the app and listen to the audio. And so as we get further into the app on this Explore page, when we keep scrolling down, it just gets into more and more custom playlists. So I have a Studio Tours playlist, all my studio tours dating back to 2016. We have Fill Building Masterclasses, lessons from YouTube. By the way, all of my YouTube lessons, at least all the ones from the last few years, are inside of this app. And what's really cool is they're all in real HD, not YouTube squashed, compressed version. They're in actual, like, super, super high quality HD. So these YouTube lessons look a lot better than they actually do on YouTube. And I'm planning to release a lot of my YouTube content also on the website, but like a few days earlier as well. So if you want to jump on any of those lessons, they will all be here. Some other custom playlists, we have loops from YouTube lessons. So all of these have been featured in different YouTube lessons over the years. We have Adam's loop picks. These are all of my favorite loops that are on the site. Time loops, groove masterclasses, song play-alongs. All of these are customizable from my end. So if you guys have any suggestions of playlists that I can create for you, just like on YouTube, I can offer you a playlist as sort of a resource of how to navigate through certain pieces of content. So I really enjoy having that freedom here. And also keep in mind, you have your own custom playlist within this app. If you hit library, that third tab at the bottom, and go to my list, you can add anything to this list that you want. So you can always make your own custom playlist just to keep up with whatever you're working on right now. This is Spooky, and she just reminded me of another super cool feature that I almost forgot about, and that is the global search feature. So if you go to that second tab on the bottom where it says search, you can type literally anything here. Spooks, you bumping the mic, come on now. So we can type words like metal, for example. If I could spell the word metal. You can type metal, and it will show you not only all of the metal lessons, but also all of the metal loops. So here we have several single lessons that are individual metal grooves. We have the Modern Metal Masterclass. We have the Cosmic Metal Loop Pack. The Nick DePiro Loop Pack should also be in here. I'm going to fix that one. So guys, I went through my entire library and added all of these custom tags. So it's a really cool way to navigate through the entire library, both lessons and loops, to find something specific that you're looking for if you don't want to navigate through some of those longer playlists, right? And as nerdy as this next part is, the last thing I wanted to do was actually take you guys through the settings menu of this app, because there are some really powerful features in here. So just from the top down, if you hit hide continue watching row, that is this first carousel on the very top here. So if you want the app to have a history of what you've been watching, you can turn that history on or off by hitting this. Boom, and then it has resume or continue watching. So these are the last things that you were working on. If you don't want that feature, you just click this button and it goes away. We have a light and a dark theme. I'm a dark theme kind of dude. but this is the light theme if you prefer that, like a psychopath. So back to dark theme we go. HD downloads, you can enable that or disable it, whatever you want to do. Download over Wi-Fi, I think that's a good idea. There's some really long videos in here, so I would keep that on. You can adjust your stream quality to high, medium, and low. You can have autoplay turned on, just like on YouTube. Background audio playback, again, I would recommend keeping that on so you can treat all of the interviews like podcasts, or you can save some phone battery while you're jamming out to loops. So next up, we have manage subscription. So if you sign up for a membership via the iOS app or the Android app, you can manage your subscription from the app. But if you've signed up on the website previously, that button, I don't think it does anything. Yeah, you can't control your billing settings on the website through the app if that's not how you signed up. But if you do sign up through here, kind of cool, you can control everything from within the app itself. There's a support button that goes straight to Chris's inbox and my inbox as well. So any questions you have, whether technical or billing, anything like that, you can contact us right from here. Rate the app, terms of service, that's all boring from here. All right, guys, that is all I have for you in this one. I hope you enjoyed this quick little tour of the ODTV app. I hope you'll take a few minutes to check this app out today. I really don't care if you sign up. It's not about me getting money from you. I just want you to know that this resource exists. We've worked really hard on it. We've tried our best to solve a lot of different problems that exist in online education in general. And so I'm really proud of this app. I think it's a good step forward for not only my company and my brand and my school, but also for online education in general. I'm excited to be making a strong effort to solve a lot of the problems that drummers have when we try to learn how to play this instrument through our phone. That's a relatively new thing, and this feels like a step in the right direction for me. So we're really, really excited about it. We're really proud of it, and I just want you to check it out. So again, you can start a free 7-day trial. Costs you absolutely nothing. We would love to have you stick around beyond that 7-day free trial, but if you don't want to, no worries at all. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Shout out to all my members. Hope you guys are digging into this thing and really enjoying it over this weekend. Yeah, I'll see you guys online. Adam here, the Orlando Drummer. Later.